Hello and welcome. I just wanted to go through a last minute thoughts on this upcoming fight card. Oh, there is too much light. Anyway, I really wanted to go through last minute thoughts and potential changes in this fight card. I'm trying to pinpoint that some things are very much unfair in the world of MMA, UFC. I don't know, man. I don't know. I was like flabbergasted with some things that happened recently, and I really think that UFC is making fatal error with these kind of releases. But it seems Dan is merciless. But okay, everybody wants, everybody is fishing for money, and you know how it goes. Everybody knows how it goes. In the end, it's all about money. So we will have the official weigh-in, which will take place. The official weigh-in gonna take place like today. It's 12 p.m. I guess it's like 6. It's like at 6 p.m. Poland time, like noon Eastern time. I think we're gonna have the official weigh-in. And looking back at the final look, I really have to make a few differences with my picks. I don't want to change my picks all over again. Unfortunately, I don't have much time later, so have to go now. I'm covering boxing tonight. But yeah, I don't want to change my picks much. We will see after the weigh-in. Maybe I will think about making some changes, but looking back at this aspect of the game, I'm trying to pinpoint that here I will start from the scrap. And the first one in undercard, we're going to have Charles Jourdain versus Marcelo Rojo. I told you again that Rojo is unpredictable, but he could be a good dog pick because with Charles Jourdain, you really never know. You really never know what could happen to him, as he is a very different type of a person. Today I'm not going to train Justin, as he is a very different type of a person, and Charles Jourdain can be very much great fight and can be very much the worst fight ever. And what do I think about it? Well, I think the odds in this case are like at least weird, man. Charles Jourdain is too heavy favorite, but Marcelo Rojo is plus 205. And if you know that Charles Jourdain is riding on a unsecure score, if you know that he defeated the greatest names in the world, and if you know that he was losing to the worst players in the game, then you should seriously reconsider betting. I mean, I'm gonna give advantage slight to Jourdain, but if you're fishing for a good dog pick, I think good dog pick could be Marcelo Rojo. I really think he could be a good dog pick. Then yeah, I really think he could be a good dog pick. So I'm really trying to think about other picks on the card, but I'm not sure. I'm really not sure which way this could go, as unfortunately with this they're kind of uncertain. Future is uncertain, and don't know, man. Simply don't know. We also have Jason Witt versus Matthew Samuelsberger. It's also a tricky pick for me, at least. Very, very tricky pick. Jason Witt is many people credit his fabulous wrestling, cage skills, and such things, but I don't know. I think Jason Witt was an underdog, but betting lines are changing now. many more and more people are putting money on wheat, and now wheat is favorite. So I would still stay on Matthew Semmelsberger. I would stay on him. I think that pick makes sense. Now it's gonna be a good dog pick, but he lost some of his matches. I don't know, man. You're gonna say that I sleep on Matt, but hello, Andre. I'm gonna say I sleep on Matt, but I don't think of changing. Don't think of changing that pick. Oh, good morning, Andre. How's everything going? Unfortunately, I cover boxing later, but I won't be able. I will cover boxing, but of course, I decided to go now with last look. Tomorrow, probably going with range, I guess. I also have to start covering soccer starting tomorrow, so gonna be a busy weekend for me. Anyway, I'm trying to say that for Jason Witt, I don't think on changing my pick. I'm going to stay with Semmelsberger. I know this is gonna be a dog pick now, but yeah, Jean Geoffrey versus Gloria De Paula. I'm heavily favoring De Paula, just like the odds in this case are, well, odds are odds haven't changed much. Gloria De Paula is still minus 185. I do believe a ring rust will be a factor for Edwards. I think so. This can be a factor for Edwards. Yes, I think so. The answer is yes. I'm still picking Edwards, but very cautiously, very, very cautiously. No, many people underestimate Belal. So, yes, man, ring rust. Was it 600 or 605? How long was he out of the ring? Was it 600 or 605? I'm not sure now, but ring rust can be a big factor. So, I predict a very close fight. And Belal has momentum, but Edwards is a horrible matchup for him. So true. I agree about that fight, that this is a very much horrible matchup for Belal. But I agree Belal is also a horrible matchup for Leon, if you know what I mean. I also think Belal is a horrible matchup for Leon. So, yeah, I'm still thinking that fight will advance into championship rounds. But for that fight, I would go with this. I switched my pick. Either this or the fight heads into championship rounds. That's going to be here. But you said in USA you can't put that pick, so then over 2.5 or maybe over 3.5. I think this is horrible matchup for both fighters, especially considering the fact that Belal is very good wrestler. I know Leon has a good score against wrestlers. I know that. I know he has a very good score against wrestlers. So, yeah, Belal can take a beating. As well as Belal can take some heavy damage. He is a guy who can really, really take a beating. On the other side, that's true. He can take Courtney Casey, JJ Aldrich. Many people are sleeping on JJ Aldrich. I cautiously pick JJ Aldrich for this one. Courtney Casey is good wrestler, man. I picked the dog Belal plus 221. Well, I don't think that's a bad pick. If we're talking about dog picks, then I would pinpoint to Belal, Rojo, and I'm not picking these guys. Just to know, I'm not picking these guys. So don't get it wrong. I would just say pay attention to this. Good value. It has very good value. If you want to gamble and risk a lot, these picks are going to have great value. Semmelsberger was a heavy favorite, but more and more people are putting money on Witt. So when the fight starts, I assume Semmelsberger is going to be like plus 150. And we've got Belal. I think he is plus 225. And we got Rojo plus 205. So I think this could be good dog picks. If you want to risk, of course. And my favorite dog pick is Gavin Tucker. I think he is still a dog. He's still underdog. Where is Gavin Tucker? Oh, Gavin, where are you, man? Yes, plus 130. That is my favorite dog pick. So my favorite dog pick is Gavin Tucker on this card, and I'm still thinking here on Courtney Casey versus JJ Aldrich. I'm picking cautiously JJ Aldrich, but it really is a coin flip the way I see it right now. It could really be a massive coin flip, so just pay close attention to this fight. Just pay close attention. Just don't be like 100% sure into this, because it can play out differently, as well as you know. It can really play out differently, and some people are going to say pick this or this. I'm just saying which is more risky, which is less risky. Just don't see value picking Edwards. Maybe, but maybe. I see the best value here by picking Tucker, because I'm kind of 60% leaning towards Tucker. But Belal, these are horrible matchups. Yeah, if you need a plus value, like Belal, Rojo, and Semmelsberger are going to give good value. And Tucker is going to stay at plus 130, but I think he is a horrible matchup for Dan Ige. Of course, Dan Ige can win. I mean, I'm not discrediting the guy, but trying to give some advice. Hakparast versus Garcia. Well, I also think this is a horrible matchup for Nasrat Hakparast. Of course, I'm picking Hakparast, but man, Rafael Garcia is riding on a 12-0, plus he defeated big names at Combate. Combate is not bad promotion at all. You have Gustavo Lopez coming from Combate. You have some serious names coming from Combate. I think even Nasrat via stoppage is minus value. But for example, maybe if you even pick around, but that's not going to be an easy matchup for Nasrat. If you say Nasrat by decision, maybe you're going to get plus value, and maybe you're not going to get plus value. I don't know. I don't know how the odds going. But that matchup, I'm picking Nasrat, but very cautiously. Also, Rani Yaya versus Ray Rodriguez. Well, Yaya is going to destroy him if the fight gets dragged to the ground. But if not, Ray Rodriguez has the chance. With Edwards, Hill, Martinez. About Hill, I agree 100%. Martinez, I also agree he is a heavy favorite. I think, one of my if we're going to discuss my safest picks, that's going to be Martinez, and that's going to be Hill. So actually, Martinez and Angie Hill. Martinez and Hill are my safest picks on this one. Rojo, Stewart, and Hill. Rojo is a good underdog. It brings very big value. So also, I think Rafa Garcia is a terrible matchup for Nasrat, but I still see Nasrat Hakparast winning the fight. Well, I don't know, man. People sleeping on JJ Aldrich. I'm like, okay, I would pick JJ, but Yaya versus Rodriguez, if the fight is dragged to the ground, Yaya will submit him. But if the fight heads into round 3, not gonna be like how to say, not gonna be a good matchup for Yaya. So, but I would also stay away. Picking Yaya is too risky for me. Yeah, I know Collartine is. I know. With up in MMA, makes sense. I agree with that too. Also, secondary. Jordan Rojo, I told Angela Hill, Ashley Yoder. I simply don't see Ashley Yoder winning the fight. I would like that I'm making a mistake. Ashley is left-handed, but Angela Hill has that nasty right hook, and she is trained by Wilson Hayes, who is also left-handed. So I just don't see the way Ashley Yoder could win that fight. Stewart out volume of distance makes sense. Eric Anders' cardio is not that good. On the other side, Stewart is very patient and very cautious, and his cardio is better than Eric Anders. But we got two powerhouses. I would say Stewart, but I would be cautious. Eric is very good, and cage game and cage game plan. Mateus Nicolau versus Manuel Kape. I picked Manuel Kape to win, but never underestimate the power of Mateus Nicolau, even if the fight gets dragged to the ground. But not gonna be an easy job. I watched Manuel Kape at Rising. I'm kinda would put Manuel Kape. Manuel Kape is for me like 70%. Manuel Kape's takedown defense is good. I'm just surprised. I'm just unsure about because in Rising you are allowed to use knees and kicks on the ground. Here, Manuel Kape will not be allowed to use it, and this could make a big problem. You know what happened to Petr Yan, so we must think differently. I'm surprised Leon has only 2-inch reach advantage, so it might be even harder for Belal Muhammad. Hate to say, but always respect for Aljo, bro. Yeah, me too, man. But let's be honest, the knee was illegal. I mean, I watched the video many times, so the knee was illegal. We can expect it for Cirkunov versus Span. If Misha doesn't submit him in the early stages of the fight, Span could win via decision or KO. But if Misha drags him to the ground, it's a very much easy fight for Misha, because Misha is superbly good. Misha is superbly good when it comes to this aspect of the game. So yeah, Misha is superbly good when it comes to this aspect of the game. I must say, Cirkunov must carefully start the fight. Yes, I heavily agree on that. So yeah, I heavily agree on that. And yes, that's true. I heavily agree on that. I have to do Windows update later, but okay. And in this aspect of the game, Misha has to start carefully, because Span has very powerful punches and he is a powerhouse, just like Johnny Walker. But Johnny Walker is impatient powerhouse as well as And about releases, man, I heavily disagree with releasing Sean Dobson. All right, about Jordan Espinosa, he had ups and downs, but man, you release the girl who scored the greatest upset in the history of this competition. I mean, come on, man. What are you doing? Do you think Belal can beat Edwards? Yes. I think Belal has good chances to beat Edwards. I would pick Edwards, but I'm giving like 45% to Belal due to ring rust, if you know what it means. I know you understand. Due to ring rust, huge layoff for Leon Edwards. Harry Towie, watching boxing tonight and the fight. Boxing, yes. Fight in Thailand, 50-50. But boxing, I will watch. You are asking me about Victor Kotochigov. Of course, I'm going to watch Victor Kotochigov. He is one of my favorite boxers, man. Hats off to Kotochigov, man. Kotochigov is one of my favorite boxers. Just to know, I can't miss him. There's no way I'm going to miss Victor Kotochigov. About Thailand, 50-50. If I feel well, because I will sleep only 3-4 hours. If I feel well, I'm covered in Thailand too. If not, then not. But I must watch Kotochigov, man. I love Kotochigov. There's no way I'm gonna miss Kotochigov fighting. Hope Cirkunov uses short elbows. Span is very susceptible to them. That is true, but Cirkunov is predominantly Mr. Peruvian necktie. His striking is kind of questionable. Striking is kind of very, very much questionable, and yeah. That makes a lot of sense to me. So yeah, and tonight boxing Gary Kelly, Victor Kotochigov. We got Luis Crocker versus Denis Ilbey. Yes, about Thailand, I'm gonna see still. Maybe I'm gonna cover it. If I feel well, I'm gonna wake up. If not, then I'll continue sleeping. But I must see Victor Kotochigov. I love that guy, man. I really love that guy. Huge fan of Kotochigov. Also. About Cirkunov's short elbows, I must say that I don't see Tirkun winning the fight if he keeps it standing. He has to drag it to the ground. I mean, I know Spank has some good skills on the ground. He wasn't submitted by Mr. Nog, but yeah. True, man. I'm chanting for Viktor Kotochigov. There's no way I'm gonna miss that fight as well, as you know. As a huge fan of Kotochigov, you know that there's no way I would miss. I mean, if I work, that's a whole different story. But I simply can't miss Kotochigov. I'm a huge fan of his. Love Kotochigov, man. Very much love Kotochigov, and there's no way I could. Miss that fight. Go Nasrat. Oh, hello Farhad. Good morning. 30 seconds, guys. Just to check something. I'm getting back swiftly. Give me a sec, please. Sorry, guys. I just took water. I'm fine now. So, yeah, go Nasrat. Yes, I'm also picking Nasrat, but we have to be cautious, Farhad. You know that Rafa Garcia is Mr. Collar Tie Clinch, and Nasrat is better kickboxer. We must be cautious, and Rafa is riding on a score of 12-0. I'm picking Nasrat, but very, very cautiously. This is... I'm giving 55% to Nasrat. As long as he keeps the fight standing and off the clinch, he wins. Will he be able to? I don't know. But I told you, as long as he keeps it, yes, son of Gastelum, yes, many people call him that way. As long as Nasrat keeps the fight standing, and off the clinch, he's gonna win. As long as it's a kickboxing fight. But man, this other guy, he's great collar tie, so I have to be cautious about telling that one the way we can say right now. I really have to be cautious about that one. And yes, about the other picks of the night, Dan Ige, Gavin Tucker. I picked Gavin Tucker to win that fight. Jonathan Martinez, Davy Grant. I kind of have no dilemma here. Jonathan Martinez is one of my safest picks, but I'm not sure why people sleep. Why are people sleeping on Dan Ige? I mean, Gavin Tucker made a huge upset last time, and you watch him against Billy Carantillo. He was so dominant in that fight against Billy Carantillo. So I'm not sure why so many people picking Ige. I kind of have a feeling Ige is going to have a hard time against Gavin Tucker. Ige is awesome. Yes, that's true. But Gavin Tucker is awesome too, and Tucker's wrestling is out of this world, as well as you know. Tucker's wrestling is really, really, really outstanding. So I'm pretty much sure this is gonna be a good way to go, especially for both fighters. But I'm gonna go favor this guy. Pettis versus Collard. I think this is hard matchup for Pettis. As I'm a diehard fan of Pettis, I'm still hoping that Pettis is going to win, but I think this is a terrible matchup for him. But as long as he keeps that fight standing, he wins. Also, Pettis is very good off the back. Maybe if the other guy drags him to the ground, but Pettis is also one of my favorite fighters. So I will say that I'm gonna pick Pettis. I'm gonna pick Pettis for that one, but. This PFL, man, we didn't have a PFL last year, so this year could bring a lot of excitement, especially at PFL roster. It could really, really bring a lot of excitement, and I think we are going to see some massively good matchups. And when it comes to Anthony Showtime Pettis, I expect a show. Yeah, Ige must really use his jab. He has big reach advantage. Yes, he has massive reach advantage, but Gavin Tucker is like a leech, man. And when leech holds you, it's almost impossible. It's almost impossible to defend when leech presses you against the fence. And you know that Gavin Tucker's wrestling is literally out of this world. So let's stay cautious with that one. We really need to stay cautious on that one, and we really need to think think more about that one. We really need to think more. I'm still unsure, but this is one of the unsafest picks for me when we discuss Dan Ige. That's why I switched. To Tucker. That's why I switched to Tucker. Also, Mateus Nicolau, Manuel Kape again, and getting back on that fight. This is historical moment for Portugal because after Denis Paiva failed to become the first Portuguese mixed martial artist in UFC, we have Manuel Kape. Then Pedro Carvalho also failed. Also, Pedro Carvalho is in Bellator now. Falcon Neto is in Bellator. There are Andre Fialho was in Bellator now. He is at LFA. Unfortunately, Portugal things didn't go well in the favor of Portugal, so they had to readjust. As well as you know, they had to readjust, and now this is a historical moment. This could be the first victory for the state of Portugal in the UFC. Tucker doesn't like pressure. He must pop shot and use his knees. Yes, that's true, but you know why he doesn't like pressure? Because Tucker is a pressure fighter. If you press him hard, you might win the fight. But Tucker is a pressure fighter. Tucker is a guy who pressures, as well as you know. Tucker is a guy who pressures, and Tucker is a guy who's gonna march forward and try to control the fight. And on the other side, if Ige keeps this fight on distance, that's gonna be an easy one for him. But I don't expect an easy one. I only expect a very, very hard one for Dan Ige. I kind of believe Dan Ige is really going to deal some problems, especially in this fight. I kind of believe Dan Ige is not aware that he must keep this fight on distance. Simply in clinch, he is not stronger than Gavin Tucker. Everybody is sleeping on Dan Ige, but in clinch, he is not stronger than Gavin Tucker. That's number one rule. And number two rule says that if you want to defeat Gavin Tucker, you need a good game plan. You need to circle around. Is Ige good in circling around the opponent? I'm not sure. I really ain't sure about that, but maybe someday I'm gonna find out. But not today, I guess. Някой ден, не сега? Maybe. Actually, tricky fight to pick. Very much of a tricky fight for me at least. That's one of the reasons why I failed to support Dan Ige, because I really think that's not going to be an easy matchup for him. And yes, that was one of the ultimate reasons why I turned down supporting this guy. Also, that's basically it about the last recap. And if you have, hopefully you have some questions also. Feel free to ask me questions, as I'm pretty much sure that there are many other questions to be asked about the upcoming card. Also for boxing, I have some news for boxing. I'm covering Luis Crocker and Victor Kudochigov. In the evening, also DSN on Thailand, probably gonna cover. I don't ref on Saturday. If I do, I'm not gonna cover. Also, I have some more Islam versus Rafael dos Anjos. I would favor Islam for that fight, though Rafael dos Anjos is an outstanding wrestler. Though he's an outstanding wrestler, I would heavily favor Islam for that fight. I know it sounds kind of delusional, but yes, I would favor Islam for that fight. Estrada Chocolatito, I'm excited too, man. I gave a prediction on that fight, and I'm heavily excited for that. Favoring Islam against Tony and RDA. Against Tony, I would favor Islam, but I would be cautious. But against RDA, I think Islam's ground game is way better. I think also RDA is better striker, but Islam is going to drag that fight to the ground. Though RDA is a BJJ black belt, I simply don't see him defending Makhachev's Makhachev's ground game. It's gonna be a boring fight, but Islam is gonna win that one. On the other side, against Tony Ferguson, well, this doesn't have to be a boring fight. Tony Ferguson has a completely different game plan, as well as you know. But his opponent is yes, that could be a whole different dimension. If you know what I mean, that could be a whole different dimension. So yeah, I favor both of them. So right now I'm gonna have to also. I'm covering boxing tonight. Tomorrow, I will potentially Premier League. I will see tomorrow. Maybe I'm going to cover one match because I don't have tomorrow. Have some time. On Sunday, I'm very busy, so we'll see. Maybe I'm going to cover it. Maybe not. We'll see. Maybe I'm kicking off with that. Maybe from time to time I'm going to cover soccer, but of course, boxing and MMA and boxing are in the first place. I'm just saying maybe we have it in sport clubs, so I'm already paying to my SP a lot of money, so why not try to get it back right now? That could be one of the good ways to get it back. And yeah. Also, for this fight card, I will tell you that if I have to pick somebody, if I have to pick a person, I would pick Semmelsberger, Gloria De Paula, Aldrich, Hakparast, Yaya, Jordan, Hill, Stewart, Kape, Martinez, Tucker, Tsirkunov, and Edwards. These are cautiously pick. Who's your pick to win Champions League? That's a hard one. That's a really hard one. It's a really hard one, man. I think all of the clubs are even, man. That's a hard one, very much hard one. Been always a fan of PSG and Barcelona. Been always their fan, but right now, been always fan of PSG and Barcelona, but right now, kind of hard to say. I don't know, man. I like sleeping on PSG, but we'll see. Paris Saint-Germain, like sleeping on them. Who is your early pick for Stipe versus Francis? Stipe. My early pick is Stipe. I think I recorded that. My whole life I've been sleeping on Bayern Munich and Paris Saint-Germain. So these are kind of two of my favorite clubs. So as a fan, I'm saying, as a very big fan, I'm saying I'm a huge fan of those two clubs. But right now, that's a hard question, man. You know, with Champions League, it's always a hard question because it's always a hard question because you simply never know which way could it turn out. I'm always thinking, man. But all my life I've been sleeping on Bayern Munich and Paris Saint-Germain, especially Bayern Munich. Stipe's chin worries me a bit after the wars with this. He took all of France's best shots, though I think Stipe is just better. Yes, I agree, man. I definitely agree on that one, and I think there will be a big problem. Big problem for them. Also, man, I think if Nagano gets dragged to the ground, not gonna be an easy one for him. Not gonna be an easy one for him. But who knows? Who knows, man? Simply who knows? I'm still wondering, man. Which way could it go, but right now right now, I'm still favoring Stipe. I'm thinking I'm still favoring Stipe. Sorry, I'm still favoring Stipe. I replied. I'm still favoring Stipe. I was thinking about potential Francis Ngannou's big punches, but Stipe can duck under throw. Francis is so bad technically. He throws with eyes closed and prays he lands a big bomb. True, but he lands. Francis versus Lewis too. Will they fight in that one? Oh man, I wouldn't like to see that fight, but I don't know. Are they going to fight or not? But we'll see. We'll see about that one. But he could land. He could really land a big one. So. I'm unsure, man. I'm heavily unsure on that one. And about my Champions League pick, I will continue sleeping on Paris Saint-Germain. I thought a bit. I will continue sleeping on Paris Saint-Germain. I just woke up. Oh, hello, Michael. Do you think Stipe should use calf kicks? Yes. Francis versus Lewis, are they going to fight? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Because I think Nagano scares of Francis of Derek Lewis, but I don't know why. But I have a feeling that he scares of Derek Lewis because of his big powerhouses. But Blago Ivanov was able to survive his powerhouses. Ilir Latifi survived. I mean, let's be honest. I don't see why Francis wouldn't survive these big bombs against Jairzinho Rosenstrike. He survived. I don't know, man. I just don't know. Maybe these takedowns gave him a hard time, I guess. I don't know. And for Champions League, man, I don't know. I'm going to stay loyal to my sleeping, man. I'm going to stay loyal to my sleeping. I will continue to sleep on Paris Saint-Germain. Big fan of Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich, so sorry. I can't stay away from these two clubs. Sorry, guys. Edwards, Misha, De Paula, Stewart, Rohovit. We will see, man. We'll see. Edwards, I gave advantage to him, also slight advantage to Misha. De Paula, kind of safer pick. Stewart, we'll see, but I believe Stewart is... I'm only worried because of COVID situation in England. I don't know where Stewart trained right now and what he did. Rojo, I agree about Rojo, man. Rojo is a great dog. I picked his opponent, but Rojo is a great dog, so this bet makes sense absolutely. Vit, well, odds are dropping on Vit, man, so more and more people are picking Vit. Haha, I'm going to put big money on my Croatian bro, Stipe. He's heavy underdog. Go for it, man. Holy craps. Good morning, my friend. Oh, good morning, Alex. Well, I had to go a bit earlier because later I'm busy then covering boxing. Tomorrow maybe I'm going to cover some sports. We'll see. Some soccer probably going to cover one match tomorrow. I'm kind of switching right now. First, Conor Denise 2021 looking like the year of the underdogs. Won't be surprised if Edwards lose. I say the same, Mr. The Whole Police. Am I the only one that doesn't care about Conor anymore? Well, honestly, this year I kind of have a feeling that Conor is going to have a very hard time getting back into the winning column. Maybe he needs some like top 10 fight, or I mean, he achieved everything he wanted to. So maybe he needs now a top 10 guy, maybe Tony, maybe some guy at the end of the career to regain his self-confidence, and then I don't know if he wins that fight. Maybe we can discuss later. But giving him a championship fight now, it would make no sense to me. If you want to sell pay-per-views, fine, man. But don't give him championship rounds. Give him like Tony Ferguson. It's going to sell a lot of pay-per-views. I mean, the guy is popular. Let's see. UFC bases majority of fights. UFC is based in majority of fights on sales. Well, I'm favoring Samuelsberger. I picked Rojo's opponent to win, but I just said that Rojo is dangerous. I picked Rojo's opponent to win, but very cautiously. Misha coming off Conor versus Max 2 at 155. I don't know. I think Conor would lose that fight, man. Max is not having punch power, but I don't see Conor winning that fight. He needs something to regain his confidence. Misha coming off this layoff has me questioning his condition. Same goes for Edwards, but both have skill advantages. True. Like in Semelsberger and Jordan is a never. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Jordan is never a safe fighter. I picked Jordan, but very cautiously. That's what I'm talking about. With Jordan, if he has a good day in the office, he beats the champion's ass. If he has a bad day in the office, sorry to say, but you're done. He's gonna lose to the worst fighter on the planet Earth. Like him, yeah. Very sporadic and awkward, but strong. True. Sandhagen versus TJ. Who wins? I'm picking Sandhagen. I'm picking Sandhagen to win that one. Absolutely. I'm not sleeping on Sandhagen. I mean, don't get it wrong. I'm not sleeping on Sandhagen. I just picked Sandhagen to win this one because Sandhagen is like a very, very dangerous fighter. Yes, I also think the same. Sandhagen is definitely gonna destroy him. He is very, very strong as well as you know. Sandhagen is very, very strong and safest pick on the card. For me, I think I already wrote that, but for me, the safest pick on the card would be Angela Hill. Angela Hill and Jonathan Martinez are my safest picks. Kind of think about that as a safest pick for me at least. But of course, you never know. You never know which way could it go. I mean, let's be honest. But of course, anything can happen. Is LFA tonight you watching? No, not gonna watch LFA. Gonna skip LFA tonight. Maybe gonna wake up for the ASEAN boxing, but maybe not. I will see. Do you think Misha finishes Span under? Well, if Misha finishes the fight, he has to finish under 1.5. If the fight advances in the later stage, that's not gonna be a good one. Not gonna be good for Misha. Misha has to finish the fight early. As much as I know, Misha has to finish the fight early, so yes, Misha is gonna have a hard time in that fight. So I think it's not gonna be a good one for him at least. Rogan is getting a lot of hate for his biased commentary. What are your thoughts, Vlad? Actually, I muted. I always mute commentators, so I wasn't listening to that during the event. I rewatched later. I have Fight Pass. I rewatched later, and I think he did a bad job. Actually, I really think he did a bad job with biased commentary. I'm never biased in the commentary. I always say what I think, but I'm never that much biased. That's not a good way to go. For me, at least, that's not a good way to go. Just don't do such things, man. If you ask me, don't sleep on such errors. I mean, biased commentary is not something you should do. Even when a champ meets, no, just say no. Just say no. Just saying Izzy was up 3-0. What a clown. No, Izzy was not up 3-0. Joe thought Jan was 185er. Really? I didn't know that. Rogan was very biased. It's clear. It's clear who the UFC wanted to win. Oh, he hope it is. Maybe Dana White ordered him to do so. Right now, we are very close to 1 p.m. 1 p.m. here. Very close to 1 p.m. Rogan got to go. Yeah, many people heavily disagree on that. Disagree on his biased commentary. Many people heavily disagree on that. I've heard of that, but I can't say it was or it wasn't that way. Yeah. Joe was like, sorry, poor Megan, though. I mean, she can go to Bellator for that Cyborg fight. True, man, but I think she's going to get annihilated wherever she goes. Maybe she needs to calm down and to go to some maybe Bellator would be good, but she needs to calm down a bit. She really needs to calm down a bit. Maybe it's going to go well for her. You never know. I mean, let's be honest. Maybe it's going to go well for her. Maybe she's going to do Rogan says Blachowicz, you're coming from middleweight. Yeah, I've heard that. That's terrible, man. Blachowicz is a light heavyweight fighter. I've heard that, but I muted commentators, guys. I muted commentators, so I wasn't listening. I rewatched later when fans told me that he was so biased, and I was like, what? Then I've seen, and mind Joe Rogan, but he is quite biased in commentary, I will admit. Still like Rogan's commentary, it's funny. Yeah, his commentary is funny. I mean, I grew up on Joe Rogan. If you wonder how I learned MMA English, I actually learned it from Joe Rogan and Jon Anik. I grew up on their commentary, but he was very much biased, and I don't share their greed. I don't share their greed. Absolutely, I don't share their greed. I don't think it went well. Center scale, who knows, man? Who knows, maybe. I don't like Bisping or Cruz. They both kind of talk bad from time to time. But I can't blame them. Sometimes it's hard to say nice things. Makes sense. To me, it absolutely makes sense because you have some respectful guys, you have some disrespectful guys. That's the way it has always been. It has always been that way, as well as you know. So, in some aspects of the game, that's going to be normal. In other aspects of the game, that's not going to be normal. I mean, it's the way it is. Some things will never be the same, as well as you know. It's the way it is. So can't change much about that one, as well as you know. Can't change much about that one. So yeah, I'm not a fan of biased commentary because it's more than clear than that UFC didn't want Jan Blachowicz to win that fight, but that's the way it is. It played out well for some of them. It didn't play out well for other guys. So who knows? Maybe something good will come out of this. Maybe we will see some major changes. Maybe we won't see them. I don't know. But can I blame? No, I can't blame them. Maybe they got an order to do so. So look at their side of the story too before we make a judgment, I guess. Anyway, that would be it for this one. I have to go, have to work. So tonight, I'm going to cover boxing. Also, maybe I'm going to wake up for Thailand. Maybe not. I will see. But anyway, thanks all for watching. It was a big pleasure for me. I mean, I know it's early morning in the US, but thank you so much. Thank you so much for staying with me, guys. It means a lot to me. I know it's very early morning, but I don't have time later. So have a great day, everyone. Goodbye.